Right, so what we're doing is we're going to make a cargo net out of this stuff. Sisal string, is
I
it?
think it's sisal rope.
Sisal rope.
Yeah.
So all I've done is I've done the width of the cage. Okay, so that's one single rope, the width of the cage.
Yeah.
These are basically what I've done is I've just gone over the top because I want it kind of that long. I'm just tying a loop in them.
That's it. Sorry, I had to move some of the stuff behind me. My handbag was in the way.
Okay, so what you end up with is just a piece of rope tied around so it dangles down too.
Yeah.
We'll do.
Now, just to let everybody know, the reason Richard's making this is obviously that's a 4 foot tall cage. Now, if one of the rats was to fall, they would break their neck, break their back, and they'd either die pretty much instantly or we'd have to rush them to the vet. So Richard's actually making this cargo net so it works as a safety net for them. So fingers crossed, if they fall, they'll hit that and they won't get hurt.
So the traditional way of doing this is, and you don't have to do it the traditional way. The traditional way is to bring these two together. Well, these two together and tie a knot. And when you tie the knot, then it comes out like that. But what I'm going to do is,
You're going to cheat.
I am going to cable tie them. Like so. I just think you use less string and it holds better because the knots can come and go.
Yeah, we actually had a parrot one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, we had 2 parrot cargo nets and the knots just literally slipped, left all over the place, and they weren't very good.
So what we're doing is we're just going to work our way along, trying to keep these as even as possible. Okay? Can you see?
Oh, I've just sat on a cat. Sorry, you knew this.
And all we're doing is we're getting, see, these two here are separate to those two. And all we're doing is literally joining them together as we go along. So.
Well, won't the middle ones be a different length to the ones on the end because of the way it dips?
No.
Okay.
Right. So we just got to try and keep them a little bit even. And tight.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't want any movement in them, do we?
No. Well, you're not going to with cable ties, really.
No.
And what you'll find with the cable ties is any weight that's on this net will tighten these cable ties down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
so what we do now is we start again from this end. Cable tie round. And literally, again, follow your line. See how I've got that kind of line there.
What we'll do is we will cut the cable ties right off, right next to where the, what's it called, the bit that holds them?
Oh yeah,
the
we'll
lock.
trim them off, yeah.
So there'll be no pointed edges at all.
Bring that down a little bit.
So far, we've got, so you're on what, the second line now? Yeah. But I think it's brilliant that we can make a lot of stuff like this because I couldn't actually find one. Oops. The hole's come off. I couldn't actually find one online which was actually a big enough size. All the ones online, they were very thin, weren't they?
The cable tie police are going to be after us for using them all up.
Yeah, the cargo nuts, the parrot ones, they were very thin, the actual string that was used on them, weren't they?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Which is why we decided to get this rope. We had the 10 metres, I think I got it on eBay or somewhere. And it was not expensive, was it, at all?
No.
I have to get some more, actually. Because there's so many different things that you could make with them, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there is, yeah.
And obviously, if anybody, you know, if we've got chewers, then it's easy enough for pretty much for Richard to repair it, isn't it?
You start to see that take shape now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not perfect, to be honest, but it's going to save them from getting killed by falling.
Yeah. That's one thing that has really frightened me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think because this was 10 metres that we bought the last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Thomas.
Oops, what have I done there?
I've got a cup of coffee. Nice.
What you'll find is this will all stretch out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks a bit uneven at this point, but if you look there, see how once you start to stretch it out, it will all start to look
like a net.
It's more of a net.
Yeah. Oh, it's great that Richard can do so many different things like this because, I mean, it saved us an absolute fortune. Ain't you, babe? Being able to do, I mean, there's not much that you can't really do, is there?
Have a little go.
Yeah.
And what's the worst that can happen?
Well, exactly.
Maybe you don't get it right in the first time, or the second, or the third time, but you will eventually.
It's like the homemade lava ledges that you did. I mean, they're absolutely great. Our rats love them. They actually prefer them to that shop bought one. And they're about 50 pence each, I think they worked out at.
That, yeah.
So if you want to see that, guys, go over to the Beard X16, and he's actually got the homemade lava ledge on there, which you've actually got what's another 60 you've got to make, I think, is it?
Something like that, yeah.
So actually, would you be able to do that later, please? Thank you. I think so far you're actually the only person on YouTube to have done them, you know. So it's a first. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get some more rope. Brilliant these are. See, it's looking like a proper net now, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's trim these off with my scissors.
You got the rope down there. There they are.
Okay. Just so we can see. If you cut these real close, you don't end up with that. Cut them flat. Don't cut them at an angle. If you cut them at an angle, you get a sharp bit that can take little eyeballs out.
Yeah, and that's the last thing we want.
So cut them flat.
As you can see also, the tree is still in there. They absolutely bloody love that, don't they?
They do, yeah.
And it's great because obviously we're doing a full deep clean because of adding 2 new babies in. So we're now up to 8 boys, 8 rat bags. And then what you do is you do the deep clean because it stops any territorialness because obviously their scent isn't in there anymore. Which is also why we use the white vinegar because it actually breaks down all the urine and any feces that are on any of the shelves, or because obviously we have plastic baskets and what have you. Even the you've just washed the willow bridge, haven't you?
Yeah.
Just given that a good scrub, and you used oh god, what is it? What have I just said?
Right, you can kind of see now, can't you?
Mhm. Yeah.
How's that?
That's brilliant. Yeah.
What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tidy these ends up.
Mhm. Have you got enough now to?
Well, I think what I was going to do is do this part is going to go this side.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make another one to go that side.
Okay, wicked. Thank you. They're going to
When
love
you've ordered
this.
more string,
Yeah.
because we didn't have enough string to do the completes.
Yeah. Well, there's two shelves that are up on the right hand side anyway, which we've got to go in. We have one about here, and then we will have another one about here somewhere. So for now they should work, and we have got a couple of the smaller ones, which, as I said, they are very thin, but they're quite small holes, so they'll do the job until we'll order it later, the string. Oh, rope. This was
Rope,
6,
yeah.
is this 6 mil?
Yeah.
Something like that, so we'll order it again. And this time we'll order about 20-30 metres.
I'm not sure how much you ordered here, but...
That was 10 metres, that one.
10 metres?
That was 10 metres.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think if I order another 30 metres, I'll give you, be able to make one big one then, wouldn't you, for right across?
Mm.
Also, just to let you know, we don't put any, there's no ladders at all that go in this cage. When we get the, because all the ropes and the hammocks, etc., have all gone in the washing machine at the moment. Obviously, they use the ropes to get around in the cage. Yeah, it actually makes them have to use their body. They actually have to use their brain and their body to actually get around the cage. So it's so much better for them to do that.
Oh, you want to look close up?
Oh, that's
Right.
brilliant, look.
So, we don't have enough of this, but
Yeah,
this will go one side.
yeah.
So,
You've got one piece on the floor still to
yeah.
actually go across the bottom in a bit.
Yeah. So, what we'll do is we'll just pop that there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can see. Obviously, this is the underneath side as well, which is another precaution because of these. Obviously, these are not sharp in any way, shape or form because he's cut them straight. As you can, hang on, I'll find there we go. If you can see that, they barely stick out at all. And they are not sharp. Well, there we go. They're not sharp at all. But this is the underneath side. So when he puts it in, it'll actually be in that way.
You don't have to do this, but
No.
it's just, I don't know.
It gives it makes it a little easier to attach it to the cage though as well.
Yeah. Well, you've got to attach it somewhere. Mm. So, obviously, keep your eyes peeled on this channel and you'll see this when it's installed.
Yeah.
Maybe on another video.
Okie dokie. Right, brilliant. Thank you very much, Rich.